Which shows you then Romans 13 has to be read in context of what the government is.
Well, we're going to be pulling from Romans 13. Let everyone submit to governing authorities.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it. That's all it is.
Since there is no authority except from God, and authorities that exist are instituted by God. Case closed.
Case closed. Mask
Okay,
up.
so what's our next podcast going to be about? What's the next?
Yeah, civil disobedience. It is a very complicated subject, and it's one that gets a lot of attention, though.
Yeah,
A lot of
definitely.
people, I mean, a lot of pastors, you find these polls that, at least in the last 6 years, have felt so much pressure from their congregants. Say something on this, or my pastor won't say it, or my pastor said too much. And so it's really kind of the flashpoint of that. You know, COVID especially heightened that, but churches still feel it very much so today. There is a kind of reading where it just seems like do whatever the government tells you no matter what.
Yeah, you bring it up, but there's also a bunch of readings where they didn't submit to the government.
And what are some of those?
You have Daniel, and then you also have the midwives in Exodus, you know, and you see Jesus himself. You know, he would not submit. He submitted to the authorities, but he himself did not sin. So it's a challenging topic.
Which shows you then Romans 13 has to be read in context of what the government is. I mean, when we were at the Nevada County 4th of July, there was some older women for the Democratic Party saying separation of church and state. And what they meant, of course, was Christians keep your private religious views out of any influence of laws and stuff, which is not what church and state separation ever means or meant or should mean. So broadly, this would be like Aristotle in his book, The Politics. Man is by nature a political animal. And he says every state is an association and every association is formed with view to some good purpose. So if you're a Baptist church, you are a kind of mini state, right?
In a way, yeah.
In a two kingdom view, yeah.
You vote.
We do.
You have a constitution. We do. So in some sense, if you're in a church that has congregational governments, you're the most political of any church.